Welcome, fellow billionaires. Welcome once again to another Billionaire Talk live. Going to hold you not too long, and they say that some of you churchgoers, they say, the pastor always say, he's not gonna hold you too long, and then next thing you know, you be in there for about 2 hours. But it's not gonna be there. I doubt very seriously it's gonna be 2 hours. So again, welcome. I trust you guys had a awesome day so far. Still a little bit more day left on the East Coast here, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Another edition of Billionaire Talk. And I'm gonna talk to you guys about how to change your life for the better. How to change your life for the better. I don't have all the answers. There's just a couple of different strategies that I learned to implement, for myself, and I just want to share it to you guys. We all have things that we go through, by being human, and a lot of slumps, and we want to do different things and so forth and so on. So these are different strategies. I call my masterclass with it on how to change your life for the better. I'm going to have like 3 or 4 key points, and we're going to break down detail. Okay, let's get started. First off, mastering the master plan. I talk about this for years, mastering the master plan. First, before you master the master plan, you want to figure out what you want to do. And that's could be very simple. It's a very simple question, but it's actually $1 million question. And study shows that a lot of us aren't doing what we really want to do. We are doing what we have to do, and that's a huge difference. When it comes to that, when it comes to being an adult, responsibilities, preparation, and I have quite a few videos on it, on doing and following what we need to do, and what we really want to do. And when I talk about that, I think one of my videos I talk about dreams, and that dream or goal you had when you was a kid. Because when you had that goal as a kid, it was unlimited, no limits, and you didn't have fear, you didn't have doubt, you didn't have how much money it's gonna cost, or you didn't know the right person, you didn't have none of that. So when you was 8 years old, when you wanted to be that cowboy, you believed it right here that I can be that cowboy. You didn't care about I can't ride no horse like that, and I can't shoot the guns like that. You didn't care about any of that because you just took the chains off, and it was just a dream. So again, figure out what you want to do, not what you have to do, but figure out what you want to do. So once that's number one. And then that goes into mastering the master plan. So if you want to be that cowboy, now I got to start learning how to shoot that gun, like a cowboy. Now I got to ride the horse like a cowboy, mastering master plan. With that, you have to do your research. You have to study. And as I say, study your craft. Study your craft. I look at some of the greats, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan. These guys study their craft, and it's you seen the stories, and you heard the stories of Michael Jackson since he was like a little kid, 4 or 5 years old. with Papa Joe, they was, rehearsing the guys, and, he wake them up out of bed and rehearsing. And later on, when he became, like a solo artist and a world best-selling artist, it was already instilled in him. He didn't know any different, and he became his talent, and he just pushed that talent. Another story, I mentioned Michael Jackson, but also like LeBron James. It's a story with LeBron and the late great Kobe Bryant when they was in the Olympics. The last time when they went to the Olympics together, and a lot of the guys they had quite a few of the top stars in the league at the time. Carmelo, I believe, was on there. Chris Paul and a couple of other top guys that was there. So at that time, Kobe was the hierarchy of the NBA. LeBron was coming up there as well. So long story short, everybody else kind of took it like a vacation because they pretty much knew that the Team USA was just going to beat everybody. And so Kobe and LeBron, they say they woke up like it was a regular NBA season. They was up early in the gym, training, working out, practicing. So again, researching and studying your craft. Let's see what we got here. What's good, Ice Heart? What's good? What's good? Welcome to the live. Thank you for joining. So again, studying your craft, being a master of your craft, and that's something that a lot of people it separates the greats from the not so great or just the regular, because talent, and any of you athletes out there, whether it's basketball or football, whatever, a lot of people are talent wise pretty much on the same level, but the ones who separate themselves is the ones who do the work and who do the extra work, without the talent, like they didn't have the tremendous talent. That's why you see the LeBron James and the Michael Jordans, those guys, those guys, rose up. Michael Jordan, superior physical talent. LeBron James, same way, superior physical talent. But, with that superior talent, they actually had the hard work and the work ethic. Kobe Bryant, the same way. As, some of you basketball fans know, when Kobe came into the league, he was just shooting air balls, and he was a kid. I mean, yeah, he was a kid, 18 years old, coming straight out of high school. But yeah, he was Mr. Airball, but had a tremendous upside. So he made a decision, and this is what I'm talking about for master plan. He made a decision to be in the gym, to work on his craft, and not ride on just talent. Because I can tell you right now, if he was just going and he didn't really work on his game or what have you, man, he wouldn't last 2-3 years in the league. But ended up having a stellar career, and now you have those guys like LeBron and Mike and others as well. They rose above their talents because they put the work in. So mastering the master plan, and also when you master the master plan, you want to like chase somebody. And when I say chase somebody, what's good, Chip? What's good, Chip? You when you master the master plan, you always want to chase somebody. You always don't want to have a mentor, somebody who you want to be, because they got to start up here, with the vision. And the first step of success is vision. You got to see it. And a lot of people, and especially in our community, and I was on a discussion about this recently, in our community, but I'm talking about the Black community. we see a certain, some people see a certain type of success. It could be the working class success, and it could be the college educated success. And as a whole, our community is limited compared to a lot of other cultures. You have the white community, the sky's the limit. And what happens, most of the time when in our community, we kind of limit ourselves as a whole. Not everybody. I've always tried to, I guess they be global and not to put myself in this box, and just because I'm a black man, I gotta do this and I gotta do that, and I can't go but so far, and so on and so on, man. But I know, and I know you guys probably know a lot of people that will just limit yourself and stuff. But we as a community, a lot of times we actually do limit ourselves with our progress, and not necessarily on the monetary end, but just exposing ourselves. Read and travel. This I'm about to be 50 years old next few months or so, and that's part of my next adventure is to travel more. I've been to a few places, but I'm talking about finally seeing this world, and because kids grown, and just clearing it. So again, seeing the world and learning, and if you can't physically see it, read and explore and open your minds to different things. And if you're in the city, and they have different things, and this is something, once we get past what's going on, I'm gonna continue to do, and that's actually just to explore the things that's going on in city. What's good, Miller Legit Kicks? What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody in the live? Chip, Ice Heart. What's good? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. And yes, I'm talking about how to change your life for the better. How to, different strategies on how to change your life for the better. And again, part of mastering the master plan, and which I mentioned before with the athletes, is practice, practice, practice. And with that practice comes love. You gotta love what you're doing, and that goes back to the first thing I was saying. You got to love what you're doing. I see, Chip, and then as you do guys know, me and Chip go way back, and Chip was a excellent producer, DJ, and dude's talented, man. Dude, very very talented. I don't know if he still dibble dabble in it, but I always could tell that he loved what he was doing, and he always was involved in it. Since we was kids, and involved in it. So you gotta have that love. And you can't just practice. I mean, you can just practice, but you're not gonna get the whole 100% in it, and unless you gotta have that love. So again, it goes back to that number one thing is find out what you really want to do, not what you have to do, but what you really want to do. And this right here might take a while. I'm telling people now, I really feel that I haven't really done a lot and be focused, and since the last few years, I feel like I'm kind of on track. No problem, Chip. No problem, Chip. No, just speaking the truth. Speaking the truth. Um, I guess there's a light bulb going on. I haven't had a bad life at all. I mean, I've had a wonderful life, but just now the light bulb is coming on, and I don't know, it's the wisdom, but I'm more directed now, and not letting other people throw me off. Let family members or whoever throw you off of your path. So again, trying to find out what you really want to do, how to change your life for the better. Number two, stay committed. That's what I was just talking about. Stay committed. Man, man, if I could write a book and the autobiography of my life, and like again, I've had some success. Don't get me wrong, I've had some success, and so I just clocked up, bro. About to go. Oh, y'all just talk. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, be safe out there. You know, you on the hurricane. Where you at? Ice Hop, by the way. Where are you? But yeah, but definitely stay safe. Anybody who's under any type of weather watch or hurricane watch. Um, Getting back, stay committed. And man, this has been one of my biggest things in my life of being better. I've had a lot of success. I've had a lot of tremendous success. But as I look back on things now, I could have done more because of being committed, and staying the course a little bit more. Oh, you're in Florida, okay? Oh yeah, definitely. I pray for you guys down there, down that way, because y'all really getting hit kind of hard down there out with the waterway. So definitely. So again, commitment. You got to be committed. That goes with the practice. That goes, with the love, the whole nine, and do not let people throw you off course. And that was one thing with me. I've allowed, people and family members. People came with different business ventures. I was already on one, and they said, okay, yes, yeah, you can make some money doing this, and I'm jump doing that, and then I'm doing this, and you say, oh yeah, you can make some money doing this, and I'm doing that. Yeah, I've had success, but when I look back on it, I could have done better, and I could have been a lot further than what I am now. I'm not bad, but I could have been a lot further than what I am now, and that goes with that commitment. You got to stay committed. You got to stay true to what you're doing. And you have to nurture. You have to nurture what the project that you're doing. Um, definitely. Let's see what should get going on. Yes, committed, even if it's just a little a day. Yes. And Chip, man, I had to learn that. I really had to learn that, and I've always, I guess, wanted a home run, and that would a lot of us, fail, when in business or anything, school, you just wanted the home run with things, and not being, committed to it. So with staying committed, being consistent, and again, these are the things that I felt I overcome a lot. Still got a little work to do, but these are things that hurt me personally of not being consistent with things or projects. Again, I've had success. Don't get me wrong, but I could have went further if I stayed committed, stay in the course, and just being consistent. So you may have to detour. You may have to detour sometimes. You might be, going, doing, whatever project that you may be on, and you might have to take a little detour, but get back on course. Get back on course. And this is one, again, it can be very tricky. This is one has fooled me a lot of when one little thing happened, I'm off course, and I don't get back on it. There's been so many projects I've been involved with, and so many projects that I went back to, and sometimes you have to go back to, because sometimes you are wiser, and sometimes I have went back to certain things that I might have just got off course, and I was better because I was much wiser, and I knew I knew I understood what was the issue. But again, that's a little gray line of with the detour deal. You got to again stay committed, and don't leave if it want a little bump in the road. It might be a money issue. Maybe you don't have the money right now to, open that business, but start finding other resources. So you might have to stop, with the leg work right now, but still stay on course and just try to find some other avenues with it. And it's okay. So number three, this is crazy. Number three, get rid of losers in your winning circle. Get rid of losers in your winning circle. I'm real big on this. People who know me now, I I know a lot of people, but I don't hang with a lot of people no more. Everybody who's in my immediate circle serve a purpose. And I read this years ago in Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons had an autobiography years ago, and he was talking about everybody in your circle needs to have a purpose. And man, I'm a strong believer in this. A lot of us, we're in the positions because other people are holding us back. Let me explain that. You got, the guy from work, could be church member, whoever, I don't know. You might be, on a different path. Maybe you at that job, and maybe you trying to open up, I don't know, a restaurant or whatever. That's all your talk. This guy, he might be with you, and there's nothing wrong that he don't have to be in the same path about opening a restaurant, but you don't want a negative energy. And when I say negative energy, it could be the person who's not encouraging you, or who's not feeding what you need to hear right about now. He could be that guy like, oh man, why you doing that? Just leave that stuff alone. This job good enough. Man, you ain't gonna open that restaurant. You ain't got the money. And we all hurt. We hear them people all the time. Them dream snatchers and vision busters. That's what I call it. They like trying to crush your vision and your purpose. And again, this is something that has affected me, years ago, and like I said, I've come a long way with that. And I didn't necessarily go off the path, really. I was going off the path, and I didn't even know I was going off the path. Mine wasn't a thing that people say stuff, and I went home, crying about it. But my situation was it kind of creeped in, on a subconscious level. And again, mine was actually family, for the most part. I didn't have the family support like I wanted to. But the thing about it, you got to use certain things, and that not having that made me stronger. And so when I, went out to the world and really, define, the person I was going to be, and what I really wanted to do, that made me stronger, because now nobody can knock me off now, and nobody can feed the negativity in my head. So again, if I'm if I decide today I want to be an astronaut, I'm gonna be that astronaut. I'm going, the training, the whole nine. Yeah, Chip, don't drop your dead weight, middle of the gist. Right. Yeah. So again, everybody in your circle needs to have a purpose. And it has nothing to do with money, it has nothing to do with any of that. I mean, it could be that person who just be that listener, that ear, when you talk about your ideas, it could be, your significant other, sometimes when you trying to do certain things, you just need that person to, encourage it, and just be that ear. And it's lonely, when you're trying to, do certain things against the grain. And when I say against the grain, a lot of entrepreneur projects, or all of that is against most of the grain. So let's see what Chip talking about here. It's lonely at the top, so tend to yourself down. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's lonely because again going against the grain. A lot of people just have a just want to just be existent whether they want to or not. They just exist. They um, you grow up and you go to school. You get a degree. You may not get a degree. You may do a military or may just work, and that's it. And that's it. And most people are that. It's only a small percentage, less than 2-3%. Actually 1%, really controlling everything. So it's 98-99% of the people are the ones who gonna be, I guess going with the grain. Uh, Really just say, yeah, I heard that chip. Yeah, yeah. So so that's when you got to have it up in here, and again, just like what I was saying, stay committed and stay focused, because your average person is not going to have your back, whether it's your family or whoever. So if you know that restaurant owner, you're trying to open that restaurant, you're trying to do that clothing line, you're trying to be a rapper, a singer, whatever. Most of the people are not going to have your back. So that's when, again, getting into your winning circle and get the losers out. And I ain't trying to be harsh, but this is your vision, this is your dream. So that's when you want to get around, you know, people who want to open restaurants, or people who rapping and or singers, or what have you. So get around like-minded people. You can learn from each other, and when you talking about the winning circle, again, you got to have people you chasing. You got to have that mentor that you see. So if you trying to open that restaurant, connect with some people who did it before, because it's not impossible, but it's hard when you doing it from the ground up, and you don't see it. So you got to have that vision. You got to have that person that you're chasing. So um, last one, number 4, learn from your mistakes. Learn from your mistakes and self accountability. This whole live, that's what I've been talking about, with myself. And when I talk about accountability, look at yourself in the mirror. And this is probably one of the most difficult things that for a lot of people, looking at themselves, looking at what you did wrong. Um, I know, when I get into, I guess maybe a argument or what have you, I always look at myself and see, and I did this as I still do it as a parent. My kids are adults now, and I learned this process as a parent and with my kids. And when they, because it's crazy, because when they say, hey, daddy, I feel such and such way, you may not see it, but the child see it, and so you got to look at it like, huh, maybe I was like that. And I mean, because there's been a situation with my kids, you know, years ago, and I'm thinking I'm doing the right thing. I'm thinking it's coming off this way, but it's actually not, because they say no, it's I feel such and such way, and you can't argue with how people feel, because that's their feeling. So accepting accountability and looking yourself in the mirror. Um, Again, I can't say it enough of different things, and I still write different things down of things that I don't know, mistakes, or just simply accept accountability, and because that's the only way you're gonna learn. I mean, no man is an island. No man is not gonna just keep on. No successful man, put it that way, is gonna keep on going, and you have not learned. You not have not learned and accept accountability for the situation or things you have done. So again, look in the mirror, look in the mirror and just say, hey, look, I messed up. I messed up. Definitely. So learn from your mistakes. Because sometimes if you fail, you know your failing can be your teaching moment. Your failing can be your teaching moment. So what's good, April? What's good? Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. You coming at the tail end, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm glad you here. I'm glad you here, my sister. I'm glad you here. So yeah, so when you fail, use that as a teaching moment. And again, going back to my past mistakes, of not staying on course, and that's me setting accountability. That's me looking in the mirror, and when things don't go the way they plan, that's when you got to look in the mirror and say, what happened, what happened. Do that evaluation of why, why this happened, or why this and why that. And sometimes you things happen that you have no control of. But again, the things that you did, that you made the decision, that's what you really gotta look at. So it's between you and the Most High, mustard seed size faith every day. And when you look back years later and how much faith you put in, it may be as much as a mountain. Word, word, word. I like that. I like that. I like that. Definitely like that. I like that. And Chip hit one in the head. Just faith. Stay consistent and be faithful. And you might be harvesting a seed that planted some years ago, and it came up, and bam, you're being blessed with it. So again, definitely. Um, One of the last things before I close out, don't worry about people criticism. People will always criticize. There's always gonna be somebody that don't like you. This is I mean, yeah, hey, doing these videos. I've done radio, I've done local TV, and even though you may have a lot of people that like what you're talking about, there's always going to be one like, I don't like what you're talking about. I don't like your channel, or why you doing this and why you doing that. If you feel confident in what you're doing, you know, don't worry about the naysayers. As I say, don't worry about the haters, because you always gonna have haters. Period. And people always criticize. It's funny. I was actually in a I guess you say discussion with somebody on social media, probably about a couple weeks back. And it's funny because you put a post out there, and when you put a post, people either gonna like it or not like it, and have comments. You don't have to agree with everything I say, but sometimes I just I don't want to have a debate every time I put something up that could be slightly controversial. So again, I step to the brother. I like because this something I've noticed. Probably like every time I put a post up, you put another post disagreeing. And I like, okay, how come every time I put a post, you just disagree with it? I mean, are you just agreeing with it just because, or just coincidence that is happening? And it's not like one or two things. It's just like this has been going on probably, I say well over a year. And when you do it again, you can disagree. I don't care. I mean that's nothing to me, because everybody's not supposed to think the same. 'Cause that's why we are human beings. But when you come on just to disagree and just want to debate every little thing I say, I mean, yeah, I debate with you to the wee hours of the morning. But at the same time, um, you have your views, I have my views. That's what makes the world go around. So again, you don't have to agree with me. I mean, that's why, hey, you cannot look at the you cannot look at the channel. You cannot see my posts, all of that. You have that, in your, in your power. So, but for me to change my views and all of that, once I got to the point of putting stuff on there, that's it. That's it. I mean, I'm not here to debate you or whatever. I can educate you and you can educate me, something totally different. But don't try to change my views. All right, what we got here? Chip say confident. Confident like you got a pistol in your hand. I heard that. Middle of the gist, everything you saying is the truth. Yes, yes, my brother. Yes, my brother. So again, I'm about to wind this thing on down, and I thank you guys for joining me once again, and how to change your life for the better. I hope that I help somebody in here today, and these are just different strategies that I've implemented in my life on just changing my life for the better. Hey, disclaimer: I ain't perfect by any means. I got I got a few little faults here and there. But again, it's just not a perfection thing. We all learn and we'll continue to learn forever and ever. As we are above ground. I'm a person that continue to attempt to perfect myself. And Chip said, when you gonna have your brother on? Chip, hey, that's another story in itself. That's definitely another story in itself. But again, I see. Yeah. I'm just trying to grab a couple more people before I close on out. Let me see. Yeah. I know I had a little technical difficulty, Chip. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, I was. Oh yeah, you was talking about my brother. Yeah, that's a whole nother show, bro. That's a whole nother show. That might be a show that we might have to you know sip on a little something or whatever we do. So again, thank you for coming on through, and I'll see you guys later tomorrow. Technical difficulty here.